What's going on YouTube? Joe Miner 31 back again with the DFS Quarry. With me tonight, we got JS Miner 87, Jared, and we got Ski Miner 36, Justin from Yinzer on Hockey. The channel here, Yinzer on Hockey on YouTube. Jared, what do you think? How you doing today?
Oh, doing well here, sitting in limbo, watching a little bit of hockey as the games are coming to a close of a 4-game slate tonight.
Justin, how you doing?
Doing all right. Just been sitting here following along with the action tonight. Big night in Montreal, so hopefully you had some of those stacks going for you tonight because they look to be the play of the night.
Yeah, Montreal did real well. You stacked them up, you did probably pretty good, as long as you got the right goalie. Well, big slate. We may as well just jump into it right away here. First game up on the slate, we got Dallas heading into New Jersey, take on the Devils. We got an over-under of 6 here. New Jersey is a -120 home favorite, and Dallas is going to be on a back-to-back. So it looks like we're going to have Kudabin. We'll have to double-check on that tomorrow. And Keith Kincaid in the net for New Jersey. Justin, we'll start with you. I mean, yeah, any relevant injuries here do we need to know and understand? Any kind of hockey news we might need to know before Jared jumps into his picks?
Nothing severe on the injury front for either one of these two teams. Still got Stephen Johns dealing with the post-traumatic head issues stemming from a early season concussion, and then surprising scratch tonight was Roman Polak for the Stars. So keep an eye on it whether or not they decide to dress him tomorrow night. But yeah, New Jersey's been playing really well, still undefeated in the early season, 3 games in. So this will be their 4th game on the slate. So yeah, keep an eye on whether or not New Jersey can keep the train rolling.
Jared, what do you like in this one, man?
Wow, I think the train keeps on rolling, and I don't think there's stopping in sight here. Can't recall if I can tell you right now if Khudobin's played at all. Yeah, Khudobin's had 1 game with a 4.4 average points per game, so it must have been that one loss, perhaps. No, it wasn't a loss. It was a low-scoring win because the loss came with Anderson. Personally, I like, aside from the usual suspects here for New Jersey, I kind of like New Jersey all the way on this one. I like Pavel Zacha, second line there from the Devils. I think he's going to be a good play, and I don't think you can jump off the ship yet of what Kyle Palmieri's been able to do in the past couple games. Another one that I look to get started tomorrow with his first goal of the year is actually Nico Hischier as well. He's got no goals on his short season, only averaging 2.83. He's a little bit pricey for that production, but I think tomorrow against a backup goalie, I think he's in play.
I kind of like both sides here, man. Kincaid's been really good this year, filling in for Schneider, but I still don't quite understand that myself because to me it's Kincaid is the starter. He's been the starter for some time. He played extremely well last year too, so he's no joke. He's for real. But I also think Dallas's top line's for real. Radulov, Ben, Sagan, Klingberg, they're all in play, and I do like Esa Lindell also from the Dallas side. I don't want no part of Kudabin. I mean, if you're playing in a real large field GPP and you want to take a whack at it, feel free. I'm not going to do that. And as far as New Jersey goes, I do like Palmieri. I obviously like Taylor Hall. The offense runs through him. I don't have a problem taking a shot on Zajac or a shot on Butcher. I don't mind stacking this game up if you can fit them in. Be pretty tough, though. That's pretty much it on that side as far as that goes. You ain't got nothing else? We can jump on ahead and move into the next game.
Let's move on.
Next game, we got Colorado Avalanche heading into New York to take on the Rangers. We got Colorado is a visiting favorite of -120. And again, in this game, we got an over-under of 6. It looks like we're going to get Varlamov in the net for Colorado and Lundqvist in the net for the Rangers. Anything significant here, Justin?
Yeah, this morning during the Rangers practice, they had Pavel Buchnevich skating on the fourth line, and it's rumored that he may actually be a healthy scratch. David Quinn has not been afraid to mix it up with his veterans. He scratched Shattenkirk last week, so the possibility exists that Buchnevich might not dress.
Jared, what do you like in this as far as picks go?
I like a light power play here for Colorado. By light, I mean I would probably pay a little bit down for the guys that you want to pair there. Carl Soderberg has had great production at a 5,000 price. You also got JT Compher playing some power play minutes too at 3,300 with a 3.3. Great cost there. From the Rangers side, I like Zibanejad. Mika, is it Mika? I'm drawing a blank, but yeah, it's Mika Zibanejad. He's getting pretty good shot production. Only 1 goal in the year to show for it, but against an undisciplined Colorado team, 4.6 penalties a game they're taking. I like the Rangers to get some power play attempts. It's really in a cash game, it's almost impossible to start the Rangers and think you're going to win, but I think they're a good GPP play here. With the Rangers team, they're kind of unpredictable. I like the Tampa Bay the other day where they haven't scored any, and then all of a sudden they put up 8 goals. I see the same possibly happening with this Rangers team being deadly. And if that's the case, you can also definitely put in a I know you were saying Jesper Fast getting some early production, 4,100. I like Matt Zuccarello. He's usually involved in that scoring if there are goals to be had for the Rangers. And Kevin Hayes, slow start for him, 1.3 so far. I look for him to have a good breakout game too. GPP, I like this game potentially because I think it's going to be low owned. Lundqvist could actually be, if he plays like the Lundqvist of old, expect an 8-point night if they get the win, and that's top quality for a GPP.
I like a lot of Colorado here, to be honest with you. A lot of Colorado. I like McKinnon, obviously. Don't shy away from JT Compher. I like him. I like Soderberg. Landeskog, he's a +5 on the year as of right now. 11 shots on goal, 3 points. So he's definitely in play. You got Rantanen. He has 8 points on the year. He's a +3. You got to take a look at him. Tyson Berry, he's a +2 with 3 points on the year, 9 shots on the year. Take a look at him. And the one I really like is Sam Girard. He's a +5 with 3 points on the year. I definitely think he's in play. And as far as the Rangers side goes, for me, it's only going to be one-offs or fillers. I like Jesper Fast, I guess. D'Angelo, Smith possibly. But as far as the Rangers go, I'm not really interested. I'm all about the Colorado side here. I think there's points to be had. Anything else, or are we ready to move on?
Let's move on.
Next game up, we got Florida heading into Philadelphia to take on the Flyers. We got an over-under of 6, and we got Philly as a minus 125 home favorite. Looks like it's going to be Reimer taking on Elliott, unless something changes. But it's projected Elliott and Reimer. Okay. Justin, anything significant here?
Yeah, big news out of the NHL today was the Mike Matheson getting a 2-game suspension for the hit on Elias Pettersson against Vancouver the other night. Still got James Van Riemsdyk possibly missing another 4 to 5 weeks with his lower body injury. Wayne Simmons has been filling in that role for the most part on the second line, and as well as his power play time has been escalated a bit due to the Van Riemsdyk injury. So a couple of things to look out for. Matheson generally plays like a grinder role for Florida, so he'll be missed in that capacity.
Jared, I kind of like this game. What are you thinking here?
I love this game personally. I think this is going to be highly owned, and I think this is going to be a lot of points here on left out there. We know Florida's only played 3 games, and they've kind of been slow starting, with the names you say. But you're going against Brian Elliott. He's given up, the team for Philly's given up 4 goals a game. They have no one to really fill that role, so Elliott is their number one. Listen, Florida hasn't gotten a power play goal, so I don't know, 12 chances, 0 on the board. They are going up against a Philly team that likes to take, a few penalties a game. And they don't do a great job killing them. They're giving up 6 goals on 22 chances. So look for the power play to be in play for Florida. Look for that drought to go away tomorrow. I like the stack you can get from Florida here. And you know what? In a GPP, I might play the stack both ways. I might do a line of, stacking heavy in Florida, and I might do a line stacking in Philly, and probably rotate out the defenses here because there is some good defensive play in Philly especially. But I like Trocheck, I like Huberdeau, and I like Ekblad to kind of get out of his rut tomorrow. He's been horrible, as horrible can get for DraftKings owners. I think that changes tomorrow. I look for at least an assist and a couple blocks. I think you're going to have like a 3-point night out of Ekblad, which – people will take that as he's been averaging 0.67. From the Philly side, your usual subjects are, I like Voracek here in their role. I like Giroux. But really where I like Philly and want to put them in is their defensive production here. You got Radko Gudas, 3.62 points per game so far. Great production there. You got Ghost Despair, whatever you want to say. He's getting 4.6. And then you even go down to they're a little bit lower, and you actually have some good production being put up by Gudas. So definitely great options for defensive side here. There he is, Radko Gudas, 3.62. So, and Robert Hagg, I think I said already. But yeah, I like Philly's defense for production-wise, and I like where Florida stands. But overall, I think you can pair this game many ways and get some points.
I agree with you here. I'm on both sides of it. I do like Florida a lot here. I like Dadonov and Barkov off the top line. I like Trocheck. What else do I like here? I like Yandel too. I don't know how pricey he is, but I think he's in play. But I guess that's probably where I would end up as far as Florida goes. I really like Dadnoff and Barkov a lot. And I do like Yandel. I think he's a good play. And as far as Philly goes, I think you can stack these guys up a little more. Problem is with Florida, we just don't have enough yet, really, to go off of to see. But I do think that most of their scoring is going to be, sort of isolated to the top line there for the most part. As far as Philly goes, I like Voracek. I like Garou. Not so much on Cartier tomorrow. I like Vorobiev, I think is how you pronounce it. I like Lockton, and I do like Simmons. I like the defense here too. I like Provorov, Ghost Pierre. I like Robert Hagg. I like Gudas. I think they're all in play. I agree with you on Gudas. He's a good value play too. And that's about it. This game could go either way. If you're holding a gun to my head and forcing me to pick a winner, I think I'll take the Flyers at home. And I definitely don't want any of the goalies here. Anything else, or do we want to move on?
Let's move on.
All right. Next game up on the slate, we have Vancouver Canucks heading into Pittsburgh to take on the Penguins. Highest total so far on the night. We got a 6.5 over-under. And we got a Pittsburgh Penguins team that is a minus 245 at home. Looks like it's going to be Markstrom taking on Murray tentatively. We'll have to keep an eye on that, but they got him projected right now. I personally don't think he's going to start, but we'll see. Justin, anything significant here besides what would be Matt Murray in the net for the Pens?
Yes, there is a ton of significant injuries with this game. You've got Justin Schultz announced today is going to miss approximately 4 months with a broken leg. Murray did take the primary reps with the first team today, so that is a positive sign for Penguins fans. And then you have Elias Pettersson suffering from the concussion syndromes from the other night's hit that I spoke about with the Mike Matheson suspension in Florida. He is slated to miss the entirety of the road trip that Vancouver is currently on. That is tonight and then Thursday night again in Winnipeg. So they're going to be looking to find some scoring options outside of Elias Pettersson, who has currently on the season 8 points. So he's been leading the charge for Vancouver. And then the second line of the Penguins stays intact, and the rest of them have kind of mixed and matched with Derek Brassard being the first line left winger, along with Sidney Crosby and Jake Gensel on the top line. So keep an eye on the line alignments. There's a lot of good Pittsburgh sports media to follow to stay up to date on the morning skates and everything transpiring throughout the day that you can follow on Twitter.
Fair enough. Jared, what do you like in this one? I like this game.
Penguins, and more Penguins. I think this is going to be, I think the Penguins are going to come out in great fashion here. Crosby hasn't scored on the year. I think this is the chance to do it. You look at Vancouver's top line, Brock Boeser, you go down, I think, Bo Horvat -5, -6. So they're giving up goals on that first line, and they're going to be going up against one of the talented first lines you would think sometimes. So I like that Pens first line. I look for the production. I look for a little more comfort from Brassard joining that first line. As of last game, Brassard got to share the other wing with Crosby and Gensel. I look for that to continue for a little while. Just, you're not going to get it in one game. With Pedersen out, doesn't leave much to like for this Vancouver team unless you really want to pay up for an Alex Edler, who's getting 6 points a game from a defense, but he comes in at a pricey 5,900. But Pens have given up 4 goals a game as well. I just don't see, if there is any part of this team to like tomorrow, I like Louis Eriksson and I like Granlund as well from Vancouver. Aside from that, like I said, Penn's first line, watch out for Brassard. Getting first line minutes now, power play time at 4,900. He fits in most lineup combinations with, at an affordable price. And I don't think you can take out Chris Letang out of this line, out of your lineups. You got Vancouver taking 5 penalties a game. Yeah, they kill a lot, but one of the most deadly power plays from last year coming back, and I think that you're going to see some power play goals. So I think that power play is also a look here. But Penguins are going to be highly in, but I think you got to jump on that. And you know what? Without Pedersen, I wouldn't be opposed to the Pens goalie, whoever it may be.
Well, I think there's plays on both sides here, actually. If you take a look at Vancouver at all and you decide you want to play them at all, which I might take a shot on a couple of these guys, I think you can take a look at Virtanen. He's got 3 points on the year, 6 shots on goal. He's a +2. I wouldn't mind a shot on him. Nikolai Goldobin, he's got 3 points on the year, 11 shots on goal. I wouldn't mind a shot there. Granlund, you could play him. 2 points on the year. He's a +5 with 11 shots on goal. And I agree with you on Louis Eriksson. You can take a shot on him. And as far as the other side goes, you can stack it up any which way. I prefer the top line or the top power play line. But, try to get Kessel in there if you can. Letang, Malkin. I like Hagelin too. And obviously Sid Crosby is in play too. But the Pens are going to be popular tomorrow. I would do what I can to get him in, especially in cash games. Anything else here, Jared? Justin, you ready to move on?
Yeah, one more small note from this game is that Jay Beagle also going to miss some time, approximately 3 to 4 weeks with a I would think it was a broken wrist, so he's going to be out for a while. So if you're looking for a value play from him, he is going to be out for a little while.
Fair enough. Next game, Jared?
Yes, sir.
All right. We got Carolina heading into Tampa Bay. Take on the Lightning. We got an over-under of 6 in this one. And Tampa Bay is a whopping -185 home favorite. Justin, anything significant here?
Not much on the injury front. I was at the Tampa Bay game the other night when Columbus was in town here in Tampa, and they look really comfortable with that new second line with Andre Palat, Nikita Kucherov, and Tyler Johnson back together. They refer to themselves as the triplets line, and they looked really comfortable together, and the whole team had a new energy. So from being in the building, playing at home, there's a new energy to that team that they hadn't had in the first couple of games. Just a personal observation from being at the game. Carolina, Sebastian Aho is off to one of the hottest starts in Carolina's team history, at least since moving from Hartford. So he's a guy to keep an eye on. Like the way he's playing. He was named the NHL's 3rd star this week. So I look for that success to keep rolling. And Carolina as a whole is playing with a lot of energy under Rod Brindamore. Justin Williams looks 10 years younger than what he did last season with them. So just that's my personal take on the game.
Fair enough. Jared, what do you like in this one? You're muted.
Oh, good call. Yeah, I like the Tampa Bay side of this one. Like Yinzer just said there, they came out strong, and it was the Tampa Bay team we expected to see out the get-go, but they came on a little bit slower. But yeah, the value plays are there actually for, and that might be due to the slow start here. You got Tyler Johnson coming in at 4,900. I don't think you saw much of that last year. JT Miller, center, 3,800 at 3.07 per game. Now, keep in mind, that was, Carolina, or that was Tampa Bay when they were only getting, 2 goals a game or so. That since the 8-goal game, I think you're going to see the rise in those numbers. So, yeah, my Tampa Bay plays, I like Johnson, Kucherov, JT Miller, Ryan McDonough, defenseman. That's a pretty cheap bargain at 4,500, middle of the road, I guess you'd call him. But he's getting 2.67 points a game. So he does get you those blocks. He does get a few shots as well. And he also is grabbing up 23 minutes of ice time. So you got a lot of play there. And you know what? If Carolina doesn't score like they did the other night, I really like Vasilevsky and a GPP to get you a lot of points. I don't know if I want to play him in a cash game because this game really, to me, is more of a coin flip game with Carolina's production we've seen this year. But, yeah, I really like Vasilevsky in the GPP here when you look at Carolina averaging 42 shots a game. So it's unbelievable. Carolina side, you can take some chances. Like you said, Aho, 6.17 at a great 6,800. I look for, one more week of that, and his price tag will not be 6,800 anymore. It'll probably be more along the lines of like the 7,200 Patrick Laine kind of price. Jordan Staal's had great production at 5,600. He's in play. Another guy I didn't say was Braden Point, having a great year actually on that first line at center for Tampa Bay. He's also in play. But I really do like Tampa Bay, and I like them for more of a 4-2 win. So I don't know if I'm even getting on the Carolina wagon myself, but I like Tampa in this.
We'll be on opposite sides of this. I don't want any of the goalies in this one at all. I think that line is hugely insulting to the Carolina Hurricanes. And what they're doing right now, they're playing incredible. I think they were underestimated in the offseason by far. Oho is in play, Stahl's in play, Ferland's in play, Williams is in play, Teravainen is in play. I like the defense with Falk, Slavin, and Hamilton. Either one of them guys are all in play. You can take a shot on Svechnikov, take a shot on Martinook. I don't have a problem with that at all. And as far as the Tampa Bay side goes, I don't think that they're going to get shut out or anything like that, but I think Carolina needs to be shown some respect here, guys. There was teams that or analysts picking them that that they were going to finish pretty far down, in the Atlantic Division. No, man, these guys are for real. Just like you got some offensive potential in Calgary. Another underestimated team we've seen tonight was the Ottawa Senators, who upset the Dallas Stars. No, you know what I mean? Carolina needs to be respected here. But as far as Tampa goes, I like Braden Point. I like Kucherov. I like Palat. I like Coburn, if he gets any ice time. And I like Johnson from over there. And again, I don't like any goalies, but I'm all over absolutely all over Carolina. Anything else in this one?
Yeah, one huge observation from watching the game the other night. Tampa runs probably the most balanced 2 power play unit in the league today. Like both of their lines, and JT Miller is on that top power play unit, and then Johnson and Palat and Coburn run that second unit. They run a very, very, very balanced 2 power play unit. So that's something, if you're looking for value to keep an eye on, because they run 1 minute and 1 minute as far as 2-minute power plays go. They're very balanced in their power play. And I like the way that John Cooper does that. As many complaints that I will ever have about John Cooper, and there are many complaints that I have about John Cooper, but the power play is one of the things that he manages probably better than most coaches in the league.
Jared, anything else on the Carolina beatdown we're about to see tomorrow?
Yes, sir. I'll send you some Kleenexes after tomorrow.
Yeah, I hear you. Next game up, we got Edmonton heading into Winnipeg to take on the Jets. We got an over-under of 6 in this one. We got Winnipeg is a -175 home favorite. And it looks like we're going to be blessed once again with Cam Talbot on the slate. Jared, I'm sure you'll be all over him. And Connor Hellebuck. Justin, anything significant here, bud?
Nothing too significant on the injury front. These two teams have been mildly disappointing to start the season, to say the least. I think Edmonton has 5 goals on the season through 3 games, and Connor McDavid has factored in on all 5 of them. So if they don't find depth scoring soon, it's going to be a long season for Edmonton fans and a disappointing season for hockey fans in general, because without Connor McDavid in the playoffs, it's going to be a disappointing postseason.
And Jared, what do you like in this one?
I personally, if I see anyone playing in this game in a cash game, that's just a shot in the dark, really. I don't like any of this game here in a main slate. Just the production hasn't really been there for both teams, and it's pretty abysmal when you look at this. You're getting 2.2 goals a game from Winnipeg. You're getting 1.7 from Edmonton. Just really the only bright side, I guess, out of both of these teams is Winnipeg's penalty kill is respectable. But aside from this, Edmonton can't stop the penalty kill at all. They're almost dead. Well, they actually are dead last in the league. So in a GPP mode, I certainly would take a chance on Winnipeg's power play unit. I can't see myself getting on this Edmonton line at all, even with McDavid in there. He's just too high of a price, and he just hasn't shown me enough to really compete in both game modes here.
I'm pretty much with you. Don't give me any Talbot. I do kind of like Hellebuck. He'd probably give up a goal, maybe 2. If he does, it'll be from McDavid. You could play Hopkins maybe, or Ty Ratty from Edmonton, but I really don't like anything from Edmonton. I won't be on them at all. I like Cal Connor from Winnipeg. Tanev. I like Scheifele. I like Morrissey and Trouba. I don't know if you mentioned them guys at all. But I think I really like the Winnipeg here, man. That 6 I'm not sure about. I don't know if it'll go over that or stay under that, but I think I like Winnipeg here with at least a 2-goal win. I mean, Kyle Connor, 5 points on the year with 17 shots on goal. even Patrick Launey's fine if you can fit him in. Like I said, Tanev, maybe a little bit of Wheeler. I think Wheeler's a -4 so far on the year. I'm not really into that too much. I'd rather take a shot on Scheifele, I think. And definitely Morrissey. I like him a lot too. Byfogel's probably in play if he's back in. I don't think Yinzer mentioned anything about him. I know he missed the last game. Something was going on with him. I don't remember what it was, but whatever. This game's okay. I mean, I think Winnipeg's probably better cash game play than anything. That's all I got on this one. Anything else?
I think Wheeler will be fine. He's been a plus player his whole career. He'll bounce back and be fine. I think Byfuglien was just nicked up, not seeing anything as far as the IR or anything long term going on with Dustin Byfuglien. So should be back in tomorrow, but it is possible that he might take another game. I'd keep an eye out on Winnipeg's official Twitter for updates on that one. But if he is in, and if you're playing in a hits league or a shots on goal league, he's definitely going to get you some points.
Anything else, Jared? You want to move on?
Let's move on from that one.
All right, next game up on the slate, we got the Arizona Coyotes heading into Minnesota, who is going to be on a back-to-back. We have a 5.5 over-under in this one. We got Minnesota's a -165 home favorite. We got Ranta and Dubnyk in this one. Projected. Justin, anything significant here? I know Minnesota's on a back-to-back. I didn't watch the game. I don't know if anything happened there.
Minnesota lost 4-2 tonight to Nashville. So I do like how they did this with putting Stalock in tonight against what they thought was a lesser opponent in the Nashville Predators. Why they thought he was lesser, I don't know. But decided to go that route. Go ahead and play Dubnyk tonight against the Arizona Coyotes. Galchenyuk is skating for Arizona. Still not slated to return, I don't believe, but is getting much closer. Minnesota, their stars look fully recovered and playing very well so far. Zach Parise's having a great start to the season. 5 points in 4 games. Zucker scoring for them. Their defense looks really good. Yeah, so we're still waiting for Arizona to put on the glass slippers and be the Cinderella team that everybody thought they were going to be. I'm not sure where I'm at with Arizona yet, so we'll see how that goes whenever they finally get everybody back and get clicking. But Ranta's looked really well so far. This should be a goaltender's matchup, I think.
Jared, what do you like in this one? I really like Arizona here in a GPP play. Like Yinzer said, started off definitely slow. I think, what is it, half a goal game. Definitely, it's like they're playing a men's hockey league out there, but they're disciplined. Yeah, one thing you could say is they have a great defensive core. Their penalty kill is near the top of the league. They put up shots. That's the beauty of them. 36.5 shots a game. And they've seemed to have these long rest breaks. I really like Arizona in this on a GPP play. Play your Clayton Keller. I like Grabner potentially here, but I really like Panic. Defensively, Kevin Connaughton. He tends to sneak a couple shots on goal. You're going to get low price tags. You're going to get low ownership here. I actually look for Arizona to win this in good fashion, even though they are away. Just like if you start Dubnyk tomorrow, you're going to get burned again, and you might as well kiss your money goodbye. Tell DraftKings you're welcome there. But, I I mean, Minnesota can't. They get in those fathoms where it seems like it's a game and a half before they score a goal, and you can't do that against Ranta. So I think all around, Arizona is going to be a great GPP play. Ekman Larson, defensive side, you're going to get Ranta as the goalkeeper. He's going to face 30 shots, probably, maybe even a little more. If you want to be different and think that Minnesota wins in fashion, Dubnyk has to be in play for you. Minnesota giving up 42 shots a game on average against an Arizona team that shoots 36. So if Dubnyk does have a good game, he's facing 38 shots. So he's going to be a good GPP play if you happen to think that Minnesota gets the win. But, even though Minnesota has probably been my best stack of the year with the other night, you can just almost like follow that up with a terrible performance. And yeah, I like Arizona tomorrow.
I mean, I could see Arizona stacking a GPP. I'm okay with that. I don't want no Ranta. I'm not even going to talk about Arizona. You hit on everybody there with Keller, Panic, Grabner, Ekman Larson. I mean, that would be your plays, obviously. I mean, you could play Ranta in a large field GPP. You'll probably see some shots. And as far as Minnesota goes, I don't know what's going on with them. They're just, I don't know. I was listening to a talk show today. Guy said they look slow. Not ever a good thing to be said about your team in hockey for someone to say you look slow. Not today's game. You cannot play like that. You need to be a fast-paced team. But as far as that goes, if you want to play the Minnesota side, I do like Dubnyk a little bit here. Yeah, I did say it, Jared. I do like Dubnyk just a little bit here. But I also like Zucker a little bit. I like Parisi a little bit. And I like Dumba a little bit. I mean, you could obviously stack a couple lines up here. You could definitely take a look at Suter and play him. I'm not really certain about Spurgeon yet. Maybe I really don't want any Charlie Coyle, but I guess you'd think should be. I mean, these guys should turn it on at some point. So maybe tomorrow's at some point, and if you stack them up, you get lucky and they go off. But like Yinzer said, they're losing today in a Central Division game against Nashville probably hurt them maybe a little bit. I don't know. I'm not a big fan of this game, especially with Minnesota being on a back-to-back. I'm just not. I mean, I could really see a 3-2, 2-1 game here. I don't see it going high scoring. I don't know how many in that game. Anything else, or you guys want to move on?
Let's move on.
Next game up, the Buffalo Sabres. The Jack Eichel Buffalo Sabres heading in to Las Vegas to take on the I'm playing like a flower Las Vegas Golden Knights. We had 6 over under here, minus 195 home favorite for Vegas. Looks like we're going to have Carter Hutton and Marc-Andre Fleury. And I think we got some injury news here, right, Justin?
Yeah, announced today that Paul Stastny for the Vegas Golden Knights projected to miss 2 to 4 weeks with a lower body injury. Alex Tuck still excuse me. Alex Tuck still missing some time as well. Buffalo looks healthy, fast, and are playing very, very well right now. So Vegas is back home after a 5-game road trip, so we'll see how that goes for them.
Listen, do not disrespect the Buffalo Sabres, okay? The Jack Eichel Buffalo Sabres. Jared, I know you got some of this top line right on the tip of your tongue, bud.
Hey, new hate on the Buffalo Sabres there. The owner of the Buffalo Sabres happened to donate the new hockey rink at Penn State, my alumni. So, great ownership there at Buffalo. And I do like Buffalo in this one. I actually, looking at this here, I think you take a chance at first line Buffalo, but you don't want that first line if you want to, if you think there's more points to be had in another game. I like that second line as well for Buffalo in this one here. That would be Kyle Okposo. That would be Jeff Skinner. And that would be, just look, Casey Middlestat. I like Rasmus Dahlin to continue his point production. I'd look for him to get on the board again tomorrow. From the Vegas side, I don't know. It's just the point, the dollar value on some of the, like, the two guys that you think would score, William Karlsson, Marcia Show, are just too high priced for, DraftKings needs to bump them down because they're off to this horribly slow start. No way anyone should be in Marcia Show at 7,100 right now because he's not playing at 7,100, I don't believe. But I look for goals, and I look for this to be more of a 3-2, 4-2 empty net kind of game. I don't know which way it's gonna go, but if there's anywhere here, I'm going to Buffalo's side, and I'm gonna steer clear from Vegas until I see some sort of consistent production.
I must say, I am 100% on the Buffalo side of this game. I like Carter Hutton in the net. I think he could hold Vegas down to at least, he could shut him out here. I'm not saying he's going to, but he could shut him out here. Carter Hutton's in play for me. I like the top line of Sherry, Eichel, and Reinhart. I do like the second line of Skinner, Okposo, and Middlestat from Buffalo. And I also like that rookie, what's his name? Rasmus Dahlin. I like him a lot too, man. I don't know. I guess if you wanted to play Vegas, I'm not going to knock you for it. Obviously, everybody thinks that they should be better than what they're playing. Marshall Salt is expensive, but you could take a shot on Cody Eakin. Holla, I don't know what's going on at him. You think he'd be able to get some goals. He's got 14 shots on the year already. Max Pacioretty got 14 shots on the year already. So them guys, you could take a shot on them. Could take a shot on William Karlsson. England's got 12 blocks on the year. You could take a shot on him for defense. That's about it. I don't know, man. Maybe Vegas was just riding it last year, man. It was all emotion, whatever. Maybe. I don't know. But right now, Vegas looks broken. And until they look not broken, I don't want to play them. And I don't like Fleury in this game. Fleury had a career year last year, and I think his age is starting to show. So the way he flies around and leaps around and bounces around the net, man, he's just not steady enough for me. All those nice highlight reel saves that he's had over the course of his life, man, thank you for them, Marc-Andre Fleury. But without a better defensive in front of him, I don't think you can play him. So with that being said, I want no Vegas, and I'm not going to play any Vegas tomorrow. So anything else on this game, guys?
I think it might be important to point out that Vegas, is still scoreless on their power play. So that might be something to watch out for.
Well, maybe they get one tomorrow, but I'm not I don't think Vegas needs to be feared, man. I'm sorry. I think Carter Hutton's in play. I think Buffalo's those top two lines are formidable. Top two lines. They're young. Jack Eichel is motivated. I think Skinner is motivated. Connor Sheary obviously get moved up there to play with Reinhart, and Eichel made a massive difference in his game. So I like him, man. But with that being said, if you guys ain't got nothing else, we can jump in here real quick. Let's try to zip through this game quick, man. Just make our picks. We really don't need explanation. We talked about everybody that we're going to play anyway in this. So try to zip through here. I hate to cut everybody short, but I got to get up at 4:45 a.m. Eastern time. So, Justin, we're going to look for a diamond stack, okay, which is line 2 or lower. It's going to go off for major points. We're looking for a snowflake stack, which is a top line, be it a power play or a even strength line that's going to bust. And we're looking for a Boulder Award, which is our goalie, who is going to put up a shutout. Jared, tradition, we'll start with you and move on.
Let's start diamond stack. I got third line Devils. Miles Wood, Travis Zajac, John Kenneville. Third line Devils.
Nice. Justin.
Give me second line Pittsburgh. Kessel, Malkin, Hagelin.
Go figure. I'm gonna stick with it, bud. Let's go Buffalo. Give me second line Skinner, Okposo, Middlestat.
The fact that we agreed on that, I gotta play him.
What do you like for your snowflake, Jared?
You know what? I'm going with that Las Vegas team there. What are you going to have? You're going to have William Karlsson in that first line unit. But yeah, first line, Vegas. The trouble continues.
Justin, what do you like for a snowflake stack?
Give me Dallas, Ben Sagan, and Radulov.
Are you kidding me? You're really going to take that pick?
On a back-to-back against New Jersey's defense? Yeah.
Wow. Okay. I'm going to take first line Edmonton.
I looked at him. I was close to pulling the trigger on
Nugent Hopkins, McDavid, Ratty. That's who I'm going to take. Jared, Boulder Award.
There's not too many chances to get to say this during the year, but I'm going Matt Murray. I think he comes back tomorrow. I think he puts a shutout against a hurt Vancouver team.
Matt Murray. Go ahead, Jared. Justin, what do you like for a Boulder Award?
I'm going to go Brian Elliott against Florida.
I don't think that's going to happen, but okay. I'm going to take the obvious play here in Connor Hellebuck. Going to go against Edmonton. And that'll do it. Overall, guys, just real quick, and then we can jump up on out of here. Quick look at the slate. What do you think, Justin? Where's the low scoring game? Where's the high scoring game?
I think the low scoring is Arizona, Minnesota. I think the high scoring is Tampa, Carolina.
Fair enough. I can't disagree with that at all. I could see it going like that. Jared, what do you overall? What are you looking at? 3 to 5 lineups in this one. going to try to eliminate some games? Or are you just going to try to maybe throw one line up in the main slate and then try to play some smaller slates?
Yeah, I think I'm going until I see a little more stats. I'm not going to really do the same line entering multiple times yet. Look for that strategy probably to change around game 10 for everyone, but I'm probably going to actually play 8 of the quarter GPP plays or so, 8 lineups there. And I'm probably, I try to follow that strategy of doing, playing the same amount of money in your GPP and playing that same amount in cash games. I think tomorrow you got a real good variety pool here. Like I said, man, intuition, I think that Arizona line is going to be a prime lineup.
Overall, I like the whole slate, man. I think there's plays here to be had. And I also think there's some trap plays. I don't know how much on Dallas I'll be after we got through the whole slate here. I got a little bit of interest in Varlamov in the net for Colorado against the Rangers. I do like Colorado a little bit in that. I do like Pittsburgh. Not on Murray like you are as far as a netminder goes. But I do like that game. I like the Florida-Philadelphia game. So I do not think that Brian Elliott is going to post a shutout by any means. I'm with you guys on the Carolina-Tampa Bay game being high scoring, but I'm just on that Carolina side of it, man. Whatever, man. I'll probably, if I stack Carolina up in 2, 3, 4 lineups, something like that, I'll have to run at least one lineup of Tampa Bay just as a hedge stack or something. I like Winnipeg a lot for cash games. I really like Morrissey the more I look at that. Morrissey will be in a lot of my lineups. Price dependent, that is. Arizona, Minnesota, I'm just not on that game too much. I think it's going to be low scoring. I don't think there's going to be a lot of fantasy points there to be had. And come on, guys, give me some Buffalo. All right, line 1, Buffalo. Line 2, Buffalo. Run the power play line in Buffalo too. There's no issues there. And stay away from Vegas, guys. With that being said, I think that's all I got. That's all you guys got. We can get out of here.
We'll see you next time on a main slate breakdown.
All right, guys. Give us a like. Give us a thumbs up. Share us. Tweet us out. Follow us on Twitter. You got Joe Miner 3131, JS Miner 87, Ski Miner 36. Check out his YouTube channel, Yinzer on Hockey YouTube. He does has a lot of good content there. Puts out a lot of good videos. When he has time. We all got lives outside of this. So with that being said, thanks for watching. Everybody, if you weren't here live, we appreciate it, Mitch. I seen you were real active in there. So we'll see you next time. And we'll be back again tomorrow night for another main slate breakdown. See ya.